Hey guys and gals, welcome back to a new episode of Omega Zone Gaming. And today we are taking a look at Spider-Man PS4.
I got an interesting tip today. Remember that barbaric beast named the Rhino? Apparently last night he almost escaped from his cell in the raft. How, you ask? Well, no one there seems to know, but they assure me he's been relocated to a more secure cell. Now, I'm no expert on Supermax prisons.
Okay guys, so I have to say this is one of my favorite PlayStation 4 games of all time. This is a immensely fun game. It's hilarious, it's action-packed, everything about it is just great. So the story starts off, because you know how we do things by now, with Peter Parker finally putting a stop to the Kingpin. You show up, you fight him, you have a little one-on-one dance, and then he's off to jail, and that leaves the Void in power. So far, I'm a quarter of the way through, I would say, by what it seems like. And I like the story so far. The villains are great. The gangs are okay. Demons are a nice twist on your... So, the story for me, as of right now, and I will update if I feel the need to, but I don't think I will, is a 5 out of 5. The story for this game is absolutely fantastic. A lot of time playing as Peter, Mary Jane, and Miles Morales, which just makes this game a lot of fun. Okay, so, on to graphics. Do I even need to say anything? Just look at these graphics. This is high quality. This is some of the best graphics that the PS4 has. I know a lot of people made a big deal about the whole puddle gate thing, as they called it. But quite honestly,
hey, MJ.
the game is good.
Can't wait to see what you come up with.
Swinging over now. Prepare to be amazed.
You can see textures on buildings. I don't know this. I think this is Empire State. I don't know if it has any in it, but there are certain buildings that you can actually even see into the rooms of. They even play off to velocity and stuff like that. So, you get a velocity blur whenever you do like a big jump. Let's see, I'm gonna jump over that way. You get some concrete damage whenever you land hard. Just take a look at cars. Cars look nice. You can actually see people behind the wheels. You have your citizens around. So as you can see, and environments are somewhat interactable. As well as certain citizens. All the costumes are beautifully detailed. And I have multiple costumes that I can go with and show you. So, let's choose one of my favorite suits. Spider-Man Noir. You have the wartime looking outfit. The white in the eye, so the goggles is perfect. Very nice outfit. Alright, let's go to another one that I use quite often, which is the high velocity suit. You still get the white from the spider, but the red is more detailed because it looks more like armor. And then my absolute favorite suit is this one, the dark suit. Now, the dark suit you get from doing side missions that involve Black Cat leaving tokens everywhere, and this is exclusive to the game. It's not in any comic book. It's just exclusive to this game. I love the dark suit, especially when you're web swinging. The dark textures really play with the shadows well. So, you know, that is the pluses of this graphical engine. Okay, audio. You got everything from conversations that sound fluid and organic to the Spider-Man world. From Mary Jane and Peter talking to J. Jonah's radio that you heard when I first started, which is why I didn't interrupt. And then the soundtrack, which is just good as well. The flip of the web is amazing. Sounds that are made when you're velocity are amazing. Dive sounds, land sounds, all that is just spot on. Even when you're running up a building, it sounds like what you would have if you're running up glass and steel. They nailed every aspect of this game. So graphics get a 5 out of 5. Audio gets a 5 out of 5. What's left? Gameplay. So with this gameplay, this is one of the best gameplay that I have ever seen for a Spider-Man game. Web swinging feels natural. They got rid of the two-handed system that was used in Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, and they went for a more fluid tap the R button system. So R2, you tap R2, and that's how you web swing.
Does research and development for the Villager. Are the demons after experimental weapons? If I was a psychotic cult, I would be. I wonder where they got the idea. What highly visible figure has made a career?
That's what I was talking about with J. Jonah.
With lethal experimental technology like plate suits, tectonic gauntlets, and gigantic scorpion tails. No, 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 don't say the name. I just ate.
So, let's go see if I have any combat situations anywhere nearby.
This is Stable Control. Requesting status update from East Village.
Okay, it looks like there's something over here.
We're taking fire.
Combat is an even more fluid version of the Batman Arkham combat.
Hey, rooftops are for barbecues, not firefights.
I have a spider drone equipped that electrocutes my enemies for me, so it helps me out quite a bit.
I know I did.
And yes, I knocked him off of a building.
Action is my reward.
So as you can see, the combat is fluid. It is fast moving. I'm not the greatest at it, and I admit it. I've died several times. And you will just out of this game being this game. But I do tend to suck a bit. One of the big things is they don't drown you when you go into water like other Spider-Man games. I'll show you here. There's actually a glitch you can do that I'm not going to do right now. Maybe I'll do a run for it later, but you don't drown. You can swim a good distance out before it forces you back unless you do said glitch. And let's talk interface. So you have your regular pause menu, which lets you resume, reload the last save, manual save. This game does autosave, but I do recommend manual saving a lot. You have photo mode, which opens up a camera. Lets you move it around. Then you can take shots of Spidey. So let's see here. So that's actually pretty cool. Okay, so you have that. And then in your main interface, you have the map. So the map's going to have all your important areas. Things you can go do, mission types, stuff like that. Like, I just recently unlocked Demon's Hideouts. And those will get you base tokens. There's also landmark tokens, stuff like that. Now, what you're going to use the tokens for is on the next page, mostly. Suits. That's how you unlock all the suits and construct them. As well as suit mods. My 3 mods are for Battletech, plating, so I take less damage, and ballistic insert, so I take less firearm damage. You also use tokens for gadgets, which can be leveled up. Just like that. And I upgraded my web shooters to maximum. And each one has a certain set number of these capabilities. Now 2 I haven't unlocked yet are those 2. Then you have your skill tree. That gives you all your special abilities and stuff. You also have different trees. Innovator helps you with doing special attacks mostly, or defensive pools, for instance, like firearms. Defender is more for you moving out of the way quickly and doing throws and ground strikes. And then Web Swinger gives you web swinging capabilities and special contact points and stuff like that. You earn a skill point every time you level up. Missions. So this is my current mission, dinner date with Mary Jane Watson. So I have no other current missions going on. I'm not going to go do that one because I don't want to ruin story stuff for you. Story stuff is key in this game. It really is. Collections. So you'll find these resource tokens as well as other collectibles, the bags, and this is more Spider-Man lore stuff. You also have stuff like that, the J. Jonah Jameson archives, as well as audio recordings you can pick up. I've only picked up 1, I think, so far, and Daily Bugle newspaper stuff. You also have benchmarks, special tasks the game wants you to do. I've only completed one so far, it looks like, and that's for performing 500 perfect hits. So maybe I'm not as bad as I think. Then you have your character tree, which tells you info on all the vital characters as they go on. And then you have a moves list, which you can actually go in and look at each of your combat maneuvers. I would have preferred like a tutorial mode instead of a load screen whenever I die, but I'll take what I can get. Overall, gameplay, they do everything right. The gameplay gets a 5 out of 5 as well. Now, there are no online options, at least yet, aside from uploading stuff from photo mode. So I can't really speak on the online stuff. I'm not going to speak on what it's like to upload from photo mode because I haven't done it yet. It's not really my thing, even though I did a lot in Final Fantasy 15. But that's pretty much the only online functionality. So everything gets a 5 out of 5. Story is a 5 out of 5. Graphics a 5 out of 5. Audio a 5 out of 5. Gameplay a 5 out of 5. Marvel's Spider-Man for the PS4 is a 5 out of 5. And it gets my recommended buy at $60. It is a buy. Hell, spend the extra $20, get the deluxe edition so you have all the DLC ready to go once you finish the story. I'll be back later this week with Dragon Quest XI. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them. I always like talking to my viewer base. Any criticisms, constructive, please. I've had people tell me go and die and stuff like that, and I just delete it, but it's kind of a pain. Until then, like if you like, sub if you want, and tell me what your favorite spider suit is in the comments below. And as always, I am out.